Okay. Today we are going to do the working capital management only. The chapter remains the same, working capital management. We are going to start with debtors management. Okay, like we already saw that in working capital, we are doing management of stock, we'll be doing management of debtors, and there is one more current asset, which is cash. Okay, so we are managing the current assets so that we do not have any financial crunches and we are able to pay our current liabilities efficiently, okay, and on time, and have a positive working capital. So stock management, we have already seen what is stock management, okay, based on the economic order quantity. Now today we are going to start with debtors management. Okay, debtors management, it helps us understand that how much credit period should be given to my creditors, given to my debtors in order to make the payment, right? Now generally whenever there is a sales, okay, in a company, when there is sales are of two types. One is cash sales, one is credit sales, right? Okay, there might be some amount of cash sales here. There is a total amount of sales, say 1 lakh. Okay, in that, say 20% is cash and the balance is 80%. Okay, now why would one do less of cash sales and more of credit sales? Cash sales is safe, no? Immediately you get your money. Once you do the sales, the money is in. Okay, so there is immediate cash inflow. But in case of credit sales, we boost our sales by giving credit facility. Okay, so boost of sales, right? But along with that, okay, so I can say sales though increases, okay, it increases at a large extent. This is one of the advantage why people offer today goods on credit. Everyone in the market is doing credit sales. तो अगर हम कैश लेंगे तो कोई आएगा ही नहीं, correct? So boosting of sales is very important advantage why credit sales are done, but it comes with certain disadvantages also. So disadvantages, the first most important disadvantage is that it leads to bad debts. Cash sales में वो possible ही नहीं है. अभी over the counter you sold, you took money. But when there is credit sales, there are chances of bad debts which increases. Also, I have to do collection. So my administration cost and collection cost increases. And sometimes in order to avoid bad debts, okay, we tell the debtors that अरे दे दो मैं आपको इतना discount दे देता हूँ 5%, 10%, I'll give you discount. Okay, so then now discount is also an expense, which again increases. And the most important, okay, the last one, there is one disadvantage which is about the opportunity cost. अगर मैं I am giving my debtors, okay, a credit period of 3 months. So my amount is blocked, no, for 3 months. I'm going to get 2 lakh rupees after 3 months. So yahi 2 lakh rupees, if I would have invested somewhere, if I would have done cash sales and received the 2 lakhs immediately, I would have invested in FD and I would have gained some interest on it. Okay, so there is one most important thing, which is opportunity cost, which is lost when you provide credit sales facilities. Okay, now here in debtors management, we are trying to see that what should be the best credit period which I can give it to my debtors so that my benefit, okay, or my profit at that point of time is the most. Okay, I want to see from the company's point of view, what should be my net benefit Okay, after giving the credit period to my debtors. So whether I should give 1 month or I should give 3 months period or 6 months credit period, that will depend looking at the net benefit of the organization. Okay, now that net benefit, when we calculate, we will take into account all these factors: bad debts, discount, okay, opportunity cost, etc. Okay, so let's see how there is one format in solving the sums. We'll just take one example. Just read this. Okay, debtors management. Okay, this is to evaluate how much credit period should we offer to our customers, right? So first, opportunity cost also has to be calculated. Now, on what do I calculate my opportunity cost? My opportunity cost should be calculated on my total cost, variable plus fixed, not on my sales, not on my credit sales, because ये तो पैसा मिलने ही वाला है, आज नहीं तो कल, 1 month या 2 months में, उसके बाद तो मिलने वाला ही है. So my opportunity cost is to be calculated on my total cost, which is variable plus fixed cost. Okay, so I will be calculating my opportunity cost on based on variable plus fixed. Opportunity cost is also known as a pre-tax rate return on my investment if I would have invested that money in the market, or cost of funds or cost of capital. Okay, so now let's see. We'll read the sum. Okay. All right. Z Limited has a present annual sales level of 10,000 units at rupees 300 per unit. Okay. The variable cost given is 200 per unit and the fixed cost is amounting to rupees 3 lakhs per annum. Fixed cost I have told you, no, it cannot be in per unit. The credit period allowed by the company currently is 1 month. Okay. Now they are saying that the company is considering a proposal to increase the credit period and take it to 2 months and 3 months and has the following estimates. Okay, so they are saying that if my credit policy, the current existing credit policy is 1 month, then there is no increase in sales happening. And the percentage of debts is also 1%. If I take it to 2 months as a credit policy, then my percentage increase in sales is 15% and bad debts is also rising to 3%. And if I take it to 3 months, then increase in sales is 30% and bad debts is 5%. There will be increase in the fixed cost by rupees 50,000 on account of increase in sales which is going beyond 25. तो अगर मेरा sales 25% and above अगर increase हो रहा है तो एक additional fixed cost आ जाता है. Okay, otherwise fixed cost is remaining constant. The company plans on a pre-tax return of 20% on its investments in receivables. You are required to calculate the most paying credit policy of the company, the best credit policy of the company. So chalo karte hain. Very interesting sum. It's fun to solve. Okay. So write the format. Question number 8, debtors management. Okay. We will write particulars. Okay. Then the existing policy which the company has. Then we have option proposal 1. You can say, no, write option proposal 1 and proposal 2. Okay. Now in the existing, we have 10,000 units to be sold. Okay. And we are giving a credit period of 1 month. You know. In proposal 2, my sales is going to increase by 15%. So 10,000 plus 15%, I'll have 11,500 units to be sold. And my credit period is going to now be 2 months. And then in my third, my sales is going to increase by 30%. So तो सीधा 13,000 units and my credit period is going to be 3 months. ठीक है. So I have written all my 3 existing proposal 1 and proposal 2 particulars. Mein I will start with sales. Okay, now sales they have given me. यहाँ पे देखते हैं sales is rupees 300 per unit. तो यहाँ पे लिख लो at 300 rupees per unit. So 10,000 into 300 it will be 30 lakhs. Then 10,000 into 300, 11,500 into 300 I will do. That will give me 34 lakh 50,000. And 13,000 into 300 will give me 39 lakhs. Clear itna? Minus, I'll do my variable cost, which is at 200 rupees per unit. So 20 lakhs. Here also 23 lakhs and in 26 lakhs. Minus my fixed cost. Okay. Fixed cost is already given to me. It is at 3 lakhs rupees. Okay, but the moment there is an increase in sale by 25%, then my additional fixed cost of 50,000 is there. So in my proposal 3, my sales is increasing by more than 25%. So now my fixed cost will not be 3 lakhs, but 3 lakh 50,000. Okay, so you can mark this. Okay, just mark this properly. 3 lakh 50 लिखो और उसको एक मार्किंग कर दो, तो एक अलग पेंसिल. ठीक है. Now after my sales minus variable cost and minus fixed cost, I'll get my gross profit. This is the format. I'm teaching you all the format along with the sum only. ठीक है. तो यहाँ का ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट कैलकुलेट करो. 30 minus 20 minus 3 7 lakhs. यहाँ पे ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट आएगा मेरा 8,50,000 and here my gross profit will be 9,50,000. Okay, after subtracting my variable cost and fixed cost from sales. ठीक है. Now after my gross profit, these will be my additional expenses which I have to record. One is bad debts. फिर अगर bad debts के बाद अगर मैंने administration cost, collection के लिए लोगों को बिठाया है, administration cost. Also I told you that we might be giving more discount so that we get the money on time. Okay, so I will arrive at my net profit after deducting all these expenses. From my net profit, I have to subtract my opportunity cost, which is calculated on variable cost plus fixed cost. Okay, so opportunity cost also I will have to subtract. That is now going to give me my net benefit. Now based on what will be my net benefit, I will decide which is the best proposal I can accept. ठीक है. तो अभी करते हैं bad debts कितना है. फर्स्ट में देखें. पहले में 1% है. 1% of what? Sales na, credit sales. I'm assuming this is all credit sales. Okay, so 1% will be 30,000. Correct? Then I have 3%. So 3% is going to be 1,03,500. Okay, 1%. It is percentage of credit sales. And in the last, it is going to be 1,95,000. Why? Because it is 5%. So 1,95,000. ठीक है. एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन कॉस्ट के बारे में कुछ भी दिया है? नहीं दिया. Okay, so there is no administration cost anywhere. There is no discount details also given. So I will arrive at my net profit. So my net profit in the first case is going to be 6,70,000. In my second, 7,46,500, and in the last it is going to be 7,55,000. ओके, तो अभी तक यहाँ पे अगर हम नेट प्रॉफिट देख रहे हैं तो ऑब्वियसली इन माय प्रपोजल 3 माय नेट प्रॉफिट इज द हाईएस्ट. बट नाउ व्हेन आई विल कैलकुलेट माय अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट, ओके, सो वर्किंग नोट फॉर अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट ए, ओके, एग्जिस्टिंग पे, एग्जिस्टिंग में वेरिएबल कॉस्ट प्लस फिक्स कॉस्ट अगर मैं देखूं तो टोटल इज कमिंग एट variable plus fixed in my first option 20 plus 3 lakhs, so 23 lakhs. ओके, अभी ये जो मेरा कॉस्ट है, ओके, और अमाउंट है ऑफ टोटल वेरिएबल प्लस फिक्स कॉस्ट, ओके, it is going to be getting blocked for how many months? I'm giving them a credit period of 1 month only ना, पूरे साल के लिए थोड़ी ब्लॉक होने वाला है कि नहीं? तो पूरे साल में तो 12 महीने हैं, मेरा तो क्रेडिट पीरियड 1 महीने का है. सो टोटल विल बी हाउ मच द ब्लॉक्ड अमाउंट. इफ आई वांट टू नो माय ब्लॉक्ड अमाउंट, it is going to be 1,91,667. On my blocked amount, I will calculate my return, which they have given me as 20%. अगर तुम invest करते तो pre-tax return is 20% on the receivables. Correct. So when I do this, I am getting 38,333. Clear इतना? समझ में आया मैंने कैसे अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट कैलकुलेट किया? अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट इज ऑलवेज कैलकुलेटेड विद द हेल्प ऑफ वेरिएबल कॉस्ट एंड फिक्स कॉस्ट. बट वेरिएबल कॉस्ट एंड फिक्स कॉस्ट कुछ पूरा 12 महीने के लिए ब्लॉक नहीं है. जितना क्रेडिट पीरियड दिया है उतने के लिए हम ब्लॉक कर रहे हैं ना, पैसा तो उतने टाइम के बाद मिल जाने वाला है. सो दैट इज व्हाई आई एम टेकिंग 23 lakhs into 1/12. So ideally my blocked amount is, this is my blocked amount, huh? Right, this is the blocked amount. On my blocked amount, I would have received 20% of interest, so 38,333. I will subtract. I will get my net benefit over here as 6,31,667. Okay. Similarly, I will have to do opportunity cost for proposal 1. Variable cost plus fixed cost यहाँ का आ रहा है. Variable is 23 plus 3 lakhs, so 26 lakhs been. Credit period is of 2 months, so 2/12. So here this is going to be, blocked amount will be 4,33,333. So 4,33,333 पे 20%, that is going to give me 86,667. So subtract that, 86,667. So my benefit over here is coming as 6,59,833. Okay, and then last proposal C, proposal 2. Again here variable cost plus fixed cost, that is going to be 26 lakhs plus 3,50,000, 29,50,000. Credit period is for 3 months, so my amount will be blocked for 3 months only. This is going to come as 7,37,500. Okay, on my 7,37,500, my return which is going to get blocked is going to be 1,47,500. So I have to subtract that from 1,47,500. When I subtract this, I am getting 6,07,500. Okay, so according to me, this is giving the highest net benefit. So proposal 1 should be accepted, wherein credit period is 2 months. This will help increasing my sales also. Okay, so my sales will also increase and my benefit will be at the best, at the highest amongst all the given proposals. Clear itna ye sum mein?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now we'll solve the next sum, question number 9. XYZ Limited had an annual credit sale of rupees 10 lakhs and had given a period of 60 days at present and no discount is given. Okay, तो 60 days का credit period है ये. Okay. The company plans to offer a discount of 3/15 net 60. What does this mean? That फिलहाल current credit period, normal credit period is 60. Okay, but if say suppose if my debtors are paying me within 15 days, okay, then I will give them a discount of 3%. Okay, इसका मतलब ये. If my debtors are paying me within 15 days, I'm giving them a credit period 60 days ka. But if you pay me within 15 days, then I'll give you a discount of 3%. Now the offer of discount will bring a collection period to 45 days. अगर तुम ये offer करोगे, okay, this 3/15 net 60, तो मेरा collection period will come down, 45 days हो जाएगा. Okay, due to 50% of such customers would like to avail my discount facilities. Selling price is rupees 15 and average cost per unit is 12. Rate of return is 20%. For a month, you take 30 days. Should the discount offer be given to the customers or not? Okay, so let's see. Question number 9. Okay, particulars likho. We have a present and proposed. ठीक है ना? Present में we are giving 60 days and propose अगर हम 3/15 net 60 कर रहे हैं, okay, देखो 3/15 net 60 ये वाला प्रपोज कर रहा है, तो माई क्रेडिट पीरियड इज गोइंग टू बिकम 45 days. ओके, सो क्रेडिट पीरियड. ओके, एक का 60 days है and this proposal is going to bring down my credit. Now starting with sales. Okay, sales they have told me is rupees 10 lakhs. तो ठीक है, 10 lakhs रुपीज सेल्स है दोनों में. माइनस कॉस्ट दिया है, एवरेज कॉस्ट. अभी एवरेज कॉस्ट मतलब क्या कि उन्होंने दोनों का वेरिएबल प्लस फिक्स कॉस्ट का करके दे हैव गिवन मी एन अमाउंट. ओके, दैट ऑल्सो दे हैव टोल्ड मी पर यूनिट. सेल्स भी बोला है पर यूनिट इज रुपीज 15 and average cost per unit is rupees 12. Correct? So basically average cost is also including fixed cost. Now I do not know कितना fixed cost है, कितना variable है, और rupees 12 per unit बोल रहा है. मैंने तुम्हें बोला है fixed cost तो per unit पे होता ही नहीं है. Then how do I find my average cost? So at 15 it is 10 lakhs. So at 12 it will be how much? You have to cross multiply and take the answer. Okay, here it will come as 8 lakhs.
Hello. Yeah.
Neha, you are not on mute, dear. Chalo. Okay, so here also it will be 8 lakhs. Now this will come as my gross profit. तो दोनों में मेरा gross profit same ही है, 2 lakhs and 2 lakhs. ठीक है, अभी मैंने तुम्हें बताया कि after doing gross profit we do discount, we subtract discount if in case we are giving, then we also subtract bad debts, we also subtract administration cost. Okay, then we arrive at net profit. From my net profit, I will subtract my opportunity cost. After that, I will get my net benefit. All right, so we will just do of the existing right now. In the existing, they have told me that there is no discount. No? At present, we are not giving any discount. So discount is nil. Bad debts के बारे में कुछ भी नहीं दिया है, तो nil. Administration cost के बारे में भी कुछ नहीं दिया है, तो ideally my net profit is now 2 lakhs. But when I am changing, okay, when I am giving this 45 days वाला जो हम ले रहे हैं, okay, proposal, why my credit period is going to come down to 45 days because of my 3/15 net 60 days वाला proposal. Okay, so I am giving them a discount facility. How many customers can I give this facility to? Because only 50 customers are availing. And to discount, okay, right, working note. Discount calculation will be what? 50% of my customers are availing. So 50% of 10 lakhs is 5 lakhs. Only these customers are taking a discount of 3%, which is 15,000. So यहाँ पे भी I will write only 15,000. ठीक है? There is no bad debt. There is no administration cost. So I am left with a net profit of 1,85,000. Very simple. Now opportunity cost. Okay, so for the existing, write opportunity cost, working note में. Existing में you will take the total cost, which is 8 lakhs total cost पे, into the credit period upon 360. 360 लेना पड़ेगा, डेज में 30 into 12 करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज बताया है यहाँ पे 365 मत लो, अ मंथ 30 डेज. ओके, सो 12 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो 360. टोटल कॉस्ट इज हाउ मच? 8 lakhs upon 6 into 60 divided by 360. That is going to come to 8 lakhs into 60 divided by 360. It is 1,33,333. उस पे rate of interest 20%. So my opportunity cost is coming to something like 26,667. ठीक है, ये A का हो गया. Then B, proposed. Okay, total cost पे. Now my credit period has come to 45 days. So 8 lakhs into 45 upon 360. That is going to give me 1 lakh. 1 lakh पे 20% return. That is going to be 20,000. Okay. So now opportunity cost एक में आया 2,66,667, and in the other one it is only 20,000. So my net benefit over here is 1,73,333, and here my net benefit is coming to 1,65,000. So which proposal should I select? I should keep my existing proposal only, existing discount credit, existing credit period only in my plan. All right? Okay, clear Rita? Next पे जाऊं?
Yes.
हाँ, चलो अभी next ना.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes.
I used to take 360. I mean, they mentioned, I could not see the question. As in, have
Sorry?
they mentioned credits? Have they mentioned the period as 360 days?
That is what I just explained. While doing that 360, I also showed that, see, they have told a month to be taken as
Okay.
into,
Well, yeah.
okay?
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.
Sure. Attention, attention. Question number 10. ABC Limited is considering the following credit policy alternatives. With the notes which I have sent across to you all, वो थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हो गया अभी मैंने बराबर से किया देखो. Okay, present credit period 30 days, 21 days and 60 days. ठीक है. Option 1, option 2. Sales in lakhs है, so 10 lakhs, 9 lakhs 60 and 12 lakhs. Bad debts as percentage of sales 5%, 3.33% and 6%. Okay, cost of administration rupees in lakhs. Okay, so this will become 20,000, this will be 12,000, this will be 25,000. Variable cost also they have given me 6 lakhs, 5.72 lakhs and 7.2 lakhs, and average collection days. Okay, now don't get confused over here. They are giving, see, as a salesperson, as a company, I am ready to give the credit period. Okay, which is 30 days, 21 days and 60 days. Okay, this is my credit period I am ready to give. But what is happening, collection period क्या हो रहा है मेरा 45 days में मिल रहा है, एक का 31 days में और एक का 72 days में. Okay, the average collection period is differing from the credit period as all the debtors are not strictly following only my credit period. है ना? The firm requires 20% per annum pre-tax return on the investments. You are required to suggest the credit period which is suitable to the company. Now here they are not adhering to my average collection period, the credit period which I am giving, and therefore my collection period is differing. Okay, so now when I will find my opportunity cost, I have to be careful. I have to take care that my collection period क्या है, because मिल तो रहा ही नहीं ना 30 days में, 45 days के लिए वो block हो रहा है. So we will have to take this also into account. ठीक है, चलो let's solve question number 10 ना. Write down particulars, present, option 1, option 2. ठीक है. Now sales सब दे दिया है हमें, sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost, that will give me my gross profit. Okay, उसमें से you can remove your bad debts first, then administration cost, and then your discount. Okay, from there I will get my net profit. From net profit minus your opportunity cost, and you will get your net benefit. All right, so now present. Okay, I have to just take, it's like a writing given. तो चलो फटाफट कर लेते हैं. ओके, यहाँ पे sales is present में it is 10 lakhs. Then in option 1 they have given you 9 lakh 60, and here it is 12 lakhs. Variable cost is given as 6 lakhs. Then 5 lakh 72,000 and 7 lakh 20,000. There is no fixed cost. So my gross profit, देखो यहाँ पे कोई fixed cost नहीं है. Okay, variable cost ही है सिर्फ 6, 5.72 and 7.2. So now my gross profit is 4 lakhs here, 3 lakh 88,000. ठीक है, and last में 4 lakh 80,000. Gross profit तक हो गया. अभी bad debts बोला है as a percentage. So bad debts as a percentage of sales. So 5% of 10 lakhs percentage of sales पे लेना. So 5% of 10 lakhs will be 50,000. Then it is 3.33% of 9 lakh 60,000. It will be 31,000 968. And again, bad debts is here is 6% of sales. So 6% of 12 lakhs लेंगे 72,000. Okay. Administration cost also they have given to me this time. 20,000, 12,000 and 25,000. Okay. So 20,000, 12,000 and 25,000. Okay. There is no discount in this scheme. So my net profit in my existing structure is 3,30,000. In option 1 is 3,44,032, 4,032 and 3,83,000. अभी सिर्फ अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट करना है एज अ वर्किंग नोट. सो वर्किंग नोट लिखो ऑन अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट. ठीक है. ऑन एग्जिस्टिंग. ओके. एग्जिस्टिंग में टोटल कॉस्ट अपना वेरिएबल कॉस्ट ही है. ओके. सो वेरिएबल कॉस्ट पे ही ले लो टोटल कॉस्ट इनटू द क्रेडिट पीरियड. एवरेज कलेक्शन पीरियड मेरा क्या हो रहा है 45 और बोला है 360 डेज लेने के लिए. ठीक है. सो वेरिएबल कॉस्ट इज 6 lakhs इंटू 45 अपॉन 360. तो करो ये कितना आएगा 75,000.
75,000.
हाँ ना. अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट यहाँ पे लिख लो एक नोट. टेकन ऑन एवरेज कलेक्शन पीरियड. ठीक है. नहीं तो बाद में यू ऑल विल फॉरगेट. फिर पूछेंगे क्या है ये. ओके. 75,000 पे 20% करो. you'll get 15,000. Then option 1 में your variable cost into your average collection period is becoming 31. Variable cost अपना था 5,72,000 into 31 upon 360. ठीक है. So this is going to come as 5,70,000. No, 5,72,000 into 31 divided by 360. 49,255. 49,255 into 20% कर लो. Something like 9,851. ठीक है. And C, option number 2, variable cost. Average collection period is gone up to 72 days. Okay, so my variable cost is nothing 7,20,000 into 72 upon 360. So 7,20,000 into 72 divided by 360, 1,44,000. उस पे 20%, that will give me 28,800. ठीक है. Now I have to just put this in my opportunity cost. 15,000. This side come as 9,851 and this is 28,800. So net benefit is 3,15,000, 3,34,181, and here it is 3,54,200. So we should opt for option 2. Okay. Which option is the best for the company because the benefit is the best in last option. All right. Clear इतना. चलो अभी ये question number 11 is for homework. ठीक है ना. Okay. Now let's move to the next part. Okay. Now the next part talks about preparing working capital statement. Okay. And to also know how much We will prepare this statement in order to find out how much working capital is required by a given company. Okay, very simple. This is just, you know, it looks lengthy, the sums, but it is very easy. We all know working capital is what? Working capital is nothing, but it is current assets minus current liabilities. ठीक है, तो अगर इसको मैं थोड़ा और डिटेल में लिखूं तो करंट एसेट्स में आ जाता है अपना स्टॉक, फिर अपने डेटर्स और कैश, हाँ, और मे बी वी हैव सम प्रीपेड एक्सपेंसेस इफ एनी, ओके. एंड करंट लायबिलिटीज में we have our creditors, then we may also have our bills payable. Okay, this is generally what we do. Then we can have outstanding expenses, okay, and bank owed. Now in stock, no, we take everything. Why? Because if it's an organization who is into manufacturing, so usko raw material मिलेगा, फिर stock में work in progress भी होगा, the goods which are yet into the production cycle, and then we have the finished goods. So basically this working capital statement is to understand the entire working capital cycle. Now what is this working capital cycle? I'll tell you. See, it is known as a operating cycle. Okay, operating cycle. ओके, तो हमें ये समझना पड़ेगा कि अपना कितना टाइम लग रहा है ऑपरेशन में, कितना टाइम लग रहा है कैश आउटफ्लो and then again to receive that cash back. What is my cycle? So say suppose I used my cash, okay, to buy my raw materials. हाँ, अभी raw materials में लेके आई, एक महीने तक तो वो ऐसे ही पड़ा है, okay, in my warehouse. उसको वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस में लाने के लिए, प्रोडक्शन साइकिल में लाने के लिए, ओके, इट टुक अनदर 1 month. यानी 1 month it was lying here. Okay, after 1 month it came in the work in progress. Work in progress होते होते by the time it became finished goods, it took another 1 month. Now this finished goods are also there in my office, okay, like say jewelers, you know, they still have, no, the finished goods are always ready, it's not yet been sold, it's taking time, okay, for the sales to take place. So say now from finished goods again it took time, okay, another say month, और वो भी I did a credit sales, तो debtors generate हुए, debtors को मैंने 1 महीने का credit period दिया, बाद में जाके मुझे कैश मिलेगा. So if I see my operating cycle, once my cash is moved out from my hand and again when I receive the cash, it's taking me 4 months. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Total 4 months of cycle. Okay. So in these type of questions, you know, they will tell you how much is your time period or duration of your raw materials lying in your stock. What is your duration for your work in progress to become finished goods? What is your duration for the finished goods to result into sales? Okay, so based on the duration, we will also understand our operating cycle, and based on that we will come to know what is our working capital actually required. कैसे हो रहा? Similarly, purchases करेंगे तो we will generate creditors. Okay, when we put the stock in raw materials into work in progress, it is with the help of labor. Also, the labor and the other overhead, other expenses which are there for the production, which will then lead to finished goods. Okay, so we have to take into account all these costs in order to find out the working capital required, because when I pay for all these costs, it becomes my current liabilities. Okay, so I'm just giving you all the format. First, we need to know our revenue statement for this. Okay, so let me just Okay, revenue statement. I'll give you the format of revenue. Very simple revenue statement. Okay. Particulars and amount. Okay, I'm just giving you the format right now. पहले हम रेवेन्यू स्टेटमेंट बनाएंगे, उसके बाद में ही वर्किंग कैपिटल का स्टेटमेंट बनाते हैं. पर्टिकुलर्स में सबसे पहले आई स्टार्ट विद सेल्स, है ना. सेल्स में आई विल माइनस माय कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड. करेक्ट. नाउ व्हाट इज माय कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड? बेसिकली व्हाट डज इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ? If I see, my cost of goods sold is nothing, but it has the cost of material, it has the cost of labor, and it has the cost of overheads, expenses, other overheads, expenses, direct material, direct labor, direct expenses, and then you have overheads. Okay, so the total of all these three becomes my cost of goods sold. Right? So COGS minus करने के बाद what will I get? Gross profit. ठीक है, तो ये मेरा बन गया रेवेन्यू स्टेटमेंट. ठीक है. नाउ वर्किंग कैपिटल स्टेटमेंट. वर्किंग कैपिटल स्टेटमेंट. That will have my particulars. Okay. Then my amount. I need to know what is the duration. And then for that, I need a working note column. Okay, so particulars mein I will start with my current assets. Okay, current assets. Current assets में हम पहले सबसे पहले आएगा अपना stock. तो stock में all three. Okay, we have raw materials, we have work in progress, and we have finished goods. We need to know what is their duration for that operating cycle. Based on their duration, I'll tell you how to find the amount. Okay, we will do that in the working note. Then after that, we have our debtors. Okay, so here you can have this amount for raw materials, for work in progress, and for finished goods. Okay, generally, whenever we find for raw materials, we will take it as to find the stock of raw materials, we will take the percentage, whatever they have given, percentage on materials. And finished goods, we will take as a percentage on cost of goods sold. Okay. For debtors, we will take it as a percentage of credit sales only. तभी जाके मेरे debtors generate हुए ना. And rest everything they will give me. They will give me how much is my cash. They will also give me if there is any kind of a prepaid expenses which I have already done. Okay, so this all will be given to me. So this is a current assets. From A, I'll subtract my B, which is current liabilities. Okay. So in my current liabilities, I'll first start with my creditors. So creditors also, it will be as a percentage of raw materials which I purchase. Percentage of the materials, right? Percentage of materials. Then I will have my bills payable, which they will then give it to me. Okay. Then if I'm having outstanding wages, it will be based on the labor. And then we have bank OD. This all is given to me. Okay. In the sum itself. Okay. This will be B. So my current assets minus current liabilities, A minus B. This will be my working capital. ठीक है, ये मेरा वर्किंग कैपिटल. इतना आइडियली होना चाहिए. वर्किंग कैपिटल आइडियली इतना होना चाहिए. बट एक बेसिक सी बात है. If today I'm going out somewhere, okay, and I know that my total expenses is going to be at around 15,000. I will not take exact 15,000. I will of course take something more. Any kind of emergency or contingency can take place. Okay, so same thing is in our operations of our business. Any contingency can happen. Tomorrow, what if the price of material is going up and our goods price is coming down, finished goods का क्या करेंगे तभी? So we always account for any kind of contingency. होना चाहिए उतना ज्यादा थोड़ा 10%, 20%, 30% थोड़ा ज्यादा रखो. So this will be your working capital required. Am I clear? इतना यहाँ तक. Okay. How to find work in progress? I'll tell you when we are solving the sum. Okay. So I'll move to the sum. We'll read the sum. Question number 12. Find the total working capital required from the following. Production will be 2 lakh units in a year. Raw materials is 60%, direct wages is 20% and overheads is 10% of sales. दे दिया. Sales क्या है? ₹5 per unit. So total selling price 5 है, तो total sales will be 2 lakhs into 5. Okay, and then we will get raw materials, wages and overheads as a percentage. Now they have given me my duration, okay, to understand the operating cycle. So raw material is expected to remain in the stores for an average period of 1 month before they are put to production. Raw materials to finished goods होने के लिए, that entire production cycle is 1 month. Basically work in progress के बारे में बोल रहा है. Finished goods again will remain in the warehouse for the dispatch to customers for 3 months. Credit which is allowed by my creditors is 1 month and debtors who I am allowing a period of 2 months for the credit period of 2 months. Now 40% of the production is sold for cash. That means 60% is my credit sales. तभी generate हो गए debtors. Company must maintain a cash of 20,000. Bank OD is already 25. This is not there. Okay, this is cancelled. This line is not there. It's a mistake. And additional 10% for 10 contingency also should be there. तो ठीक है, पहले वर्किंग कैपिटल कितना है कंपनी का वो देखते हैं. ठीक है, फॉर दैट वी नीड टू मेक द इनकम स्टेटमेंट. सो कम ऑन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 12. ओके, मेक द रेवेन्यू स्टेटमेंट. ओके, पर्टिकुलर्स, अमाउंट, ओके, रुपीज पर यूनिट. सबसे पहले है सेल्स. सेल्स बोला है 5 रुपीज पर यूनिट है. नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स प्रोड्यूस्ड is 2 lakhs. Okay, therefore sales amount is going to be 10 lakhs. Minus cost of goods sold. उसमें आएगा पहले materials. Materials they are saying it is 60% of sales. So 5 rupees का 60%. 3. So 3 into 2 lakhs, that will give me 6 lakhs. Then we have labor. Labor they are telling me is direct wages or labor 20%. So 5 ka 20%, that is 1. So this is going to be 2 lakhs. And we have overheads, no? Overheads. Overheads is 10%. 10% of sales means 1.5. No, 0.5. Sorry. 0.5. 0.5 into 2 lakhs. That will become 1 lakh. Okay, so the total is 6, 7, 8 and 9. 9 lakhs. So my gross profit is 1 lakh. Gross profit. Okay. is 1 lakh. यहाँ तक क्लियर? ओके, ये हमें मिल गया. अभी we have these material, labor, overhead, sales, COGS, everything ready with us. So the percentage, you know, when we have to find the percentage for the working capital statement, it will go really fast. So अभी लिखो working capital statement. Okay, working capital statement. Particulars. Then you can write your amount. Make 2 columns for amount, inner column and outer column. Then you have duration and working. Okay? Sure. Let's start with current assets first. So current assets mein we have stock. In stock first raw materials. Okay, abhi raw materials ka duration period is 1 month. Correct? Now how will I take this? For 1 month it is going to be remaining in the stock. How much materials have I purchased? 6 lakhs. So 6 lakhs material I have purchased. It's going to remain in the godown for 1 month. And so for 1 month I'm making my working capital statement. And number of months, 12. So 6 into 1 upon 12, that is going to be 50,000. Then we have work in progress. Abhi work in progress as what percentage I should take? So for work in progress, mark a star and you can do the working note really down. Work in progress. Work in progress is nothing but you take full of materials. Okay, plus you say you will use an average of labor, half of labor, and average of overheads. Okay, so my material total is 6 lakhs. Half of my labor is going to be 1 lakh. And half of my overheads is going to be 50,000. So this is going to be 7,50,000. Okay? This 7,50,000 is for the whole year. Make it in alignment. Okay. Write this duration 1 month here and working note means 6 lakhs into 1 upon 12. Now here I will do it as 7,50,000 and how much time it is taking to become a finished goods, again 1 month. So duration is 1 month into 1 upon 12. So here it will come as 62,500. Okay, then for finished goods, they are taking 3 months. Duration in months. They are taking 3 months. Finished goods, I told you, it will be as a percentage of cost of goods sold. See, it is taking 3 months. So what is my total cost of goods sold? 9 lakhs. 9 lakhs into 3 upon 12. That will come to me as 2,25,000. 9 lakhs into 3 divided by 12. Yes, it is 2,25,000. Okay, so my total stock is going to be 2,25,000 plus 50 plus 62,500. It is going to be 3,37,500. Okay, total stock. Now I will add my debtors to it. Debtors, I told you, you will take it as a percentage of credit sales. Means on credit sales. Don't take percentage. Say bolo credit sales. On credit sales. ठीक है? Total sales मेरा कितना है? 2 lakhs into we did 2 lakhs into 5. 10 lakhs rupees का मेरा sales है. But 60% ही credit है उसमें. So I will take 6 lakhs. Why 6 lakhs? Only on credit sales. Okay, and how much is the time I'm giving to my debtors? I'm giving them 2 months. Okay, so 2 upon 12. So this is going to be 1 lakh. Okay, so debtors भी हो गया. अभी cash already they have given to me. Cash is 20,000. Okay, उसके लिए you don't need all this. And prepaid expenses is also nil. Okay, so my total of assets is 4,57,500. All right. I'm just erasing this. I hope you all have copied. Work in progress, working note. Okay. I'm going to my current liabilities. Current liabilities. Current liabilities में creditors, bills payable, and bank holding. Okay. Creditors, you will take it on materials because I'm purchasing materials from there. So creditors is giving me a credit period of 1 month. So duration will be 1 month and my material is 6 lakhs. So 6 lakhs into 1 upon 12. So that is going to be 50,000. Okay, फिर bills payable जैसा कुछ नहीं है इसमें and bank OD already 25,000 दिया. Okay, so this is 75,000. B. Okay, so net working capital means working capital, or you can write net working capital is equal to A minus B, which will give you as 3,82,500. To that, I add 10% of contingency. Okay, so 10% of 3,82,500 will be 38,250. So working capital required will be 4,20,750. Working capital required. Clear इतना? पूरा सम ये?
Yes.
हाँ, ठीक है. तो ये था अपना वर्किंग कैपिटल स्टेटमेंट. लास्ट एक क्वेश्चन है बेस्ड ऑन दिस. They have given you a balance sheet, share capital, reserves and surplus, long-term debts and current liabilities, fixed assets, stock, debtors and cash. They are saying make 10% provision for contingency and tell us the working capital required. So working capital required करने के पहले I have to find my working capital. Okay, net working capital will be current assets minus current liabilities. In current assets, I will just add stock, debtors and cash. है कि नहीं? अभी सब कैलकुलेट करके ही दिया है मुझे. 4 lakhs plus 3,33,333 plus 1,66,667. So total is 9 lakhs current assets. And current liabilities बोला है 5 lakhs. So my working capital is 4 lakhs. उस पे if I add my 10% contingency, that will be 40,000. So working capital required is going to be 4,80,000. That's it. Okay, so today we have finished 2 types. We finished with debtors management also, and we finished with the working capital required statement as well. All right, in this chapter. Okay, if you all have any doubt, you all can get back to me. Okay, thank you.